The Bible never said wives should submit to their husbands. I'm tired of men using the scripture to subjugate and oppress women, so let's get into it. What you are looking at here is a Greek translation of the original text. Because Greek is such a big language, it's often difficult to put directly into English. Because of this, words are assigned what we call a Strong's number. So you can take the word, check directly what the Strong's number is, and see the Greek interpretation of that word, so that you can find a more accurate English definition. So for example, if you wanted to take the word wife, you'll see it's highlighted, or wives, it's highlighted all over the place here, so that you can see the actual translation. Or even the word submit, which in this case means to arrange, under, to subordinate, to subject, and to put into subjection. That's what submit means. But in the context of wives submitting to their husbands, it's not used. See over here, where it says submit to one another out of reverence for Christ, it's highlighted. And again here, where it says submit to Christ, it's highlighted. Meaning that we are using the definition listed below, to arrange, under, to subordinate, to subject, and to put into subjection. But wherever submit is used in the context of wives to their husbands, it's not highlighted. Here again, so also wives should submit to their husbands, and it's not highlighted. What this tells us is that submit, in that context, in that interpretation, is not the word that was used. In fact, it was added. So you see over here where it says wives submit, and then there's a little number in blue that says 33. That's a note. Let's check out what that note says. What it says is that the word submit is simply implied and not actually used. What it also says is that lectionaries actually began the new day on verse 22. The reason for this is that in verse 21, submit is actually used, but in verse 22, it's not. So they started looking at verse 22 on the following day and then added the verb. Added the verb. The verb submit was never used in the original text. I suspect that this interpretation had a lot to do with the patriarchal culture at the time. Be that as it may, stop trying to quote the Bible to get your wife to just blindly obey and submit to you. That's not her role. That's not what Paul said.